Hello everyone, my name is Annisaa Rifani from Sociology 2020, Faculty of Social Sciences, State University of Jakarta. In this video, I will tell you about Chapter 8, People to Remember, John Lennon.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello guys, my name is Rifani, a lecturer in this English lesson. In this video, we will study about biography with the topic People to Remember. The learning outcome of this video, students be able to name several books that have been read and all videos that have been watched related to the author's biography. Students can practice write descriptive paragraph about biographies of the famous people. That's all. Happy watching. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
The English musician, poet, and songwriter John Lennon was a founder of the Beatles, the single most important and influential group in the history of rock and roll music. He was born on October 9, 1940 during a German air raid over Liverpool. When he was 4 years old, Lennon's parents separated and he ended up living with his aunt, Mimi. Lennon attended Dovedale Primary in Woolton and then Quarrybank High School. He continued his education at Liverpool's College of Art where he met his future wife, Cynthia Powell. Inspired by the rock and roll Elvis Presley and Chuck Berry in mid-1950s, Lennon started learning the guitar. Lennon formed his first group, the Quarrymen, in 1956. That year, he met Paul McCartney, with whom he eventually collaborated in writing more than 150 songs. In its range and quality, this production far surpassed the achievement of other writers in the rock idiom. Lennon and McCartney made some early appearances as the Narc Twins. By 1959, George Harrison had joined the new group, which by then had been renamed Johnny and the Moondogs. But the group unsuccessfully auditioned for the Carol Levi's at the Manchester Hippodrome. Still waiting for their big, they became Silver Beatles in 1960. The Beatles first appeared in Germany in 1960 and made their debut professional recording with Rory Storm and the Hurricanes in Hamburg. In 1962, Ringo Starr joined the group. They signed with Parlophone Records and released their first record, Love Me Do. Lennon married Cynthia Powell in August of 1962 and they had a son, John Charles Julian, the following year. During 1963, the Beatles' popularity spread throughout England. They reached number 1 in the Melody Maker chart with Please Please Me. In 1964, their records including She Loves You, I Want to Hold Your Hand, and Do You Want to Know a Secret was released in the United States. I Want to Hold Your Hand reached number 1 in the United States. In October of 1968, Lennon was arrested with Ono for the possession of hashish, and Lennon pled guilty and received a fine. Divorced from his first wife in November of 1968, Lennon married Ono, a Japanese environmental artist with whom he collaborated in both music and visual arts. Ono and Lennon released Unfinished Music No. 1, Two Virgins, in November of 1968. In the late 1960s and early 70s, John Lennon began to actively endorse a wide variety of progressive and radical political causes. He championed the anti-war movement as well as Native and African American rights while demonstrating a deepening interest in feminism. Lennon began to forge potent links between his music and the politics of his time. His craft became a weapon of social and political change. Lennon and Ono moved to the United States in September 1971. In New York, Lennon recorded Imagine.
Imagine all the people sharing all the world.
His son, Anatara Lennon, was born in 1975 on Father John's birthday. In 1976, Lennon announced that he was going to be a house husband and did not record anything until 1980. After the hiatus, Lennon worked with Ono to produce Double Fantasy. Other songs recorded during the session for Double Fantasy were posthumously collected into an album called Milk and Honey. On December 8, 1980, Mark David Chapman, a deranged friend, murdered Lennon outside the Decca in Manhattan.
Lennon's death returned his music to worldwide prominence and propelled the song Starting Over to #1 in the United States and other countries.
That's all for the John Lennon's inspiring story. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.